Welcome to the EQ Academy and today's subject, emotional intelligence in leadership. Social status, fame, recognition. Well done. We love you. We think you are fantastic. Well, that's what we all would like to hear. But a lot of people don't have that or don't get enough of it. Or they're too shy. And there is lots of rules that we need to look at in order to achieve that. Now, if you are scared of standing up in front of a crowd, if you don't have the self-respect or self-love to present yourself to the world, you think, I'm not good enough, I don't know enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not enough dressed, and look at my hair, and oh my God, all that drama, well, then that's a vibration that you vibrate and send out into the world that the world has to reflect back to you. And that means you don't get recognition. Whereas if you are passionate about what you do and you love yourself and you love sharing it and you love giving your knowledge or your value or your services or yourself to the world, well, then that's what they reflect back. It's the mirror effect. And it will always be very, very accurate. So when you don't get recognition, it's not because of them, it's because of what you vibrate out into this world. And that's what we need to change. And first exercise to do here, and it's something that I really, suggest you do, is our big box, small box game. It's very simple. Big box is who you look up to, people that you admire. And really just take it for every subject. Who do you admire socially? Who stands their ground? Who speaks? Public speaker, presenter, whatever you admire. And write down why and what. And then look at the same time who admires you for what you've already achieved. Because you will have fans, you will have people that think, well, you have done something really outstanding, and find them. In the same way, mental. What have you already learned? Where have you expertise? Where have you your passion? Who knows that? Who asks you for advice? You know, my children come to me and ask me for advice in certain areas. So there is admiration, there is leadership there. And clients do that and whatever. So find those people and list them. The reason is very simple. When I look up to the big box, well, yeah, I feel self-minimized, intimidated. I feel not really good. You know, especially me in the area of health. If I look up to all those Adonis at the beach and all those people that have high discipline in their health, I feel very minimized. Whereas if I look at what I have already achieved and people who see that I reversed diabetes, that I managed to change my diet, that I feel great, I'm not taking any medication at my age, I have no problems, I can walk up a mountain, I feel really great, I have self-observation, I can list 100 points. And people see that in me. You know, I have a few friends that I really cherish because of that. They think it's fantastic how well I can look after my health and what I've achieved in that short time since learning until translating and achieving. So, yes, I have a feeling of gratitude for what I've already managed. And that's my weakest area. So, once you do that, what changes? The vibrational energy changes into gratitude and self-love. And that's something very important because that vibrates out into the world a frequency that then the world will mirror back. And that's what you want. So let's just look very short at the next exercise. And this is something that is very important to me, that I really get the point across. Now let's take all of those down because I would like to start explaining that very, very logically. When you have everything strong, let's say you've learned a lot, like many doctors have. They have education, they have financial status really well, they've managed that, they have a massive purpose, they have education and discipline, everything, but they have no social skills to present themselves to the world, then their clinic won't be full. They won't have a waiting list, they won't have high demand, and that's whether you're a coach, whether you're a business person, whether you're a housewife, it's always the same. If you have not learned to sell what you have to contribute to the world with a nice wrapping, nice packaging, nice value, it won't be recognized. So that really has to do with what you think your services are worth. And that's where this social marketing, self-marketing comes actually in, that leadership skill. When I talk about this, a lot of people are extremely scared. I won't be able to stand in front of a crowd. If I see a microphone, I get freaked out. When I see a camera, I can't talk anymore. I get so nervous. And you realize that. You turn on the camera and all of a sudden they go into a stiff mode. And the main problem here is, and this is where all leadership changes. If it's about you and how you look and how you appear and how everybody sees you, well, then it is scary. It's extremely intimidating, and you need a lot of arrogance to override that. But when you turn that around and you develop empathy, and this is really the main key, when you realize that what you have learned, what you have as a service, what you know can help someone in need. You realize the person in need. That's what we call finding target groups. And you offer your services, and you take the care and the love to guide them until they reach that goal. You are a leader. And that's very simple. My children at school need help with homework. Now they ask mum, but let's say I would be able to answer that. It would be very simple. I could give them guidance, and I would take the care and the time and listen to their problem and help them to resolve it. Now, what are the main keys here that we need? Listening and observing and seeing the problem in others. Number one, that's observing. Then taking care that they achieve their goal, offering and helping them to achieve the goal. That's empathy. That's really looking after someone else. And then doing it with authority and with knowledge is then what makes you a real leader. Is it stressful to help someone when it's about them and not about you? No. See, I was same. I had my camera first time set up and wanted to do my videos and the microphone and everything. I already thought, bloody hell, that's intimidating. And then when the camera ran, I didn't know what to say anymore. It was about me. How do I look? How do I appear? What do I need to say? And I said everything 50 times because it had to be perfect, and it had to be, and then it sounded like if it was learned by heart. Until someone, a friend of mine, watched one of my videos and said, Marcus, who do you talk to? Yourself? You talk to people that need your help, that want to have a solution. So talk to them, not to yourself. Don't look at yourself on a screen or mirror. And I did that, and I really pondered about what the problem is, how I could help them, how I could resolve it, and everything changed. And that's where real leadership happens, when you help people to get to a goal. You guide them, you lead them to some achievements, whichever that is, whatever that is. And it's important that you realize where your greatest strengths are, where you can help them most. And that's the easiest form to take fear and scarcity and all that timidity out, and to stand in front of a crowd and say, folks, this is how I can help you. And all of a sudden it works. So find your solution, find your greatest strength. You probably know that already from the EQ test that we did in the beginning. And then take that, wrap it nicely, package it nicely, and present it. And if I hear from you sentences like, I have to be well spoken, well, Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't. I have to be pretty, well, Danny DeVito doesn't really stand ground for that either. I love him, and we all love him. And, being able to joke about yourself, making jokes and having that self-criticism is fantastic, because it's not about him. It's about what he does with passion and with love to others. And Ruby Goldberg, wouldn't get a Pulitzer Prize for beauty, but is one of the most charming actors that there are, and many others too. So I would really take all your ifs and buts and I'm not pretty enough, I'm not slim enough, I'm not that enough, and then find all the famous people that have great success, great fame, great expertise in a particular field, and list them that have exactly what you are afraid that would block it. All of a sudden it's gone. You realize emotional intelligence is deflating my screwed up memories that I have that block me, that prevent me from getting somewhere. I need to be perfect in speaking in order to achieve fame. Oh, well, with my screwed up Jerglish and I still managed to get somewhere, then you can do it 20 times. And yes, it might require some training. And yes, you might do the video 2 or 3 times, or you might sing 50 times until you get there. But who cares? If you love doing what you do, then you can do it 50 times. And then it will lead you to that station of glory and fame and beauty. And to put a little bit of effort in really doesn't matter. We cover a lot of ground. See, emotional intelligence in leadership is something that will make or break your success. Let me just go back to this chart very short. You can be the most intelligent person, I've learned it all. You can be the most passionate doctor and know it all. If you cannot sell your services, if you cannot promote yourself to the world, if you have not the ability to say, look, this is me, this is what I have to offer, this is the solution, this is why my solution is really working, and this is what I offer to you, people won't come. And then you will struggle with all your knowledge, with all your expertise, with everything that you have, and won't get that recognition, and won't have a waiting list. And to turn that around and to manage that, there are very simple basic rules, and we cover them as we go through the course. And there is all individual videos, and we really do some proper training. We call that the business blueprint, where we learn about marketing, putting your word out, how you position yourself as an authority, how you show consistency and define your purpose very clearly, how you showcase that your solution or your product or whatever you have to do really works. Plus, we create that kind of hard to get field, because without that, if you say, hey, pick me, I give you free service, nobody wants you. Again, you have no self-value, no self-appreciation. Why would they appreciate you if you can't do it yourself? So by setting clear prices, by making a waiting list, by having that whole setup and the filters, who you want to work with and how you want to work with clients, all of a sudden, once you have that in place, you will realize the demand goes up. I did a lot of different trials and errors and exercises and everything. I had products out for free. We had 250 subscribers per week. Then I put it out for $95 and we had 60 subscribers per week. Didn't change a lot. Then we made it for $250 and added a few extras. And all of a sudden we had 300 subscribers per week, which means it's not the value, it's not the price, it's nothing else but what you believe it's worth. I had a stunning product and I really thought it was good. But obviously my marketing skills didn't sell it, didn't move. And then a friend of mine said, well, your writing is horrible. Your setup, your purpose is not clear. Your mission is not clear. Rewrote everything, published it on his own website and sold thousands. The wrapping, the packing, the making it clear, communicating values and feeling the worth, the self-worth in this product that you have makes or breaks it. And that's what we learn in the course. We have actually 2 guest presenters that really have it to the T, and they will share their information, their knowledge on how to create reciprocity, on how to create that social status that people really look up to and admire, how to present yourself as naturally as possible. And that will make a huge difference. So if you're interested to join our leadership program, just go down at the left-hand side. That will be the first. If you want to be a coach and teach that to others and really enhance the life of everybody around you or your clients, then join in the middle position. And let me clarify that again. If you have a project, you say, I would like to present the EQ Academy, or I would open up a clinic and I would like to take that out to the world. Then we'll take that clinic and run it through the 7 areas of life. We define how you market and position yourself, how you present yourself to the world. We clarify the focus. What is it that you know and how much do you know and what is it that you need to include into your program? Then we clarify the price and the value that you have in it and start setting up the payment gateways and the passive income streams from it. Then we look at your mission, your clarity of purpose, that you don't sell bricks, you sell, I said that in the previous example, environmentally friendly or energy saving bricks. Like really honing in on your target group that they know why they want to work with you. Then we look at your structure and your discipline to translate everything into action and your motivation to do so. Then we look at communication with your clients, with your prospects, with your staff, with all your employees, how to do it proper so that you all have the same message to share. And then we structure so that you're not overrun by work and never ever have time for anything else anymore. What a lot of business people have. They work from 9 till 5 and then they have a complete breakdown afterwards. And that's not necessary. You can work half the time and earn double the money if you structure your work right. Now that would be a setup for the elite program. If you say, that's my project, that's what I would like to achieve, don't just do it for yourself, do it for a project and run through, and you will notice that will guarantee massive success. All right? See you in the next video where we talk about organizing your work environment.